Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm here with my friend Freddie the Teddy and Patrick the Bear. Today's Thursday. That's right, Thursday, the 7th of September, 2023. This is your card of the day. All right, so we have Archangel Michael, Sword of Light Oracle Deck by Radley Valentine with illustrations by Echo Chernick. And we have the World card, which is our angel and card of the week. And this comes from Archangel Power Tarot Deck, also by Radley Valentine. Archangel Michael is here in this picture, basically showing us the world with his sword of light and his shield. This card to me all week long has been saying he's been with us no matter what we needed to do. Archangel Michael's got our back, reminding us that we need to trust the angels, trust the spirits, trust in the power greater than all of us to make things happen. And the two isms I've got today is I believe in my own magic. I lovingly speak positive words into reality. And the other one is I am all the strength I need. I am all the strength I need. So let's get on with shuffling. Thank you, Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, angels, interdimensional beings from all realms. I welcome you to this space and give thanks for your message. May your message be clear and easy to understand by all. I set the intention to see and to feel, to hear and to know your sacred words, and to deliver a message in such a way that it enlightens, that it inspires, and that it heals everybody everywhere. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One more they're telling me, okay. Found them. Okay, there it is. Ooh, good. This is number 15. Increase your knowledge. Let me pull this back up to the camera. Probably should get a camera that's lower, but look at this. Here we've got Archangel Michael that is flying through the book. Also has a parchment, a scroll, and also has a tablet or a phone. It doesn't matter how and where and what and why you get your knowledge and you get your information. You're going to be getting it from somewhere. What I'm going to suggest here, and this is just me, not anything else, is that you see the magic that's floating through all of this. It doesn't matter where you're getting your information, just that you do get it. And the message that goes with this is that education brings opportunities. And it's suggesting that we take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach us what we need to know. Because our soul, that spiritual side of us, came into our physical embodiment for a reason. And we're here to learn all kinds of things from all kinds of people. Not to judge, not to say that somebody's right or somebody's wrong or something's right or something's wrong. And you may find when you step into the precipice of learning, when you open up yourself to a course of study, and it doesn't matter what that study is, anything, you're opening your soul, you're opening your mind, you're opening your being up to some other way of thinking and being, and you are stimulating your neuro pathways in your brain. You're stimulating your heart's desire. You're stimulating all that about you that wants to be learning. Have you ever watched a child when they discover something they've never discovered before? All of a sudden they jump up with all of this enthusiasm in their body, and it's as if Katie, bar the doors. I got to go tell somebody what I just discovered. And it's either mummy or daddy or granny or auntie or cousin. Oh my goodness gracious me, look what I just discovered. This is where you get that magic. The magic of learning and discovering and understanding something. So this is an indication that today, particularly with Archangel Michael's blessing, that you've come into a time of your life where you need to increase your knowledge. You need to open up yourself to something new and something different. This might be related to a career, or even spiritual growth, even learning more about meditation. I will share with you that yesterday I found a meditation that goes along with one of our friends on here, Vicky, who talked about, getting into stillness, and getting into softness, and getting into that delta brain pathway, which I knew how it felt. I just was not really sure what it was called until she helped me and talked to me and gave me a wonderful meditation to go into stillness. This is the things we talk about learning. When we are feeling a certain kind of way, and it's usually not the greatest ways we usually feel, there is a reason for that. We're supposed to pause and move past it. It's a bit like standing at a bus stop in the rain. Put your umbrella up. Anyway, the pursuit of all forms of knowledge for any reason whatsoever is completely worthwhile right at the moment. So it doesn't really matter if you're extending your education through reading or research or by watching YouTube videos, or whether you go and enroll in a local community college. It does not matter. No one's judging you for what you study. They're just asking you to study something. Consider getting into a private group or even leading a private group. You could even start up a group on a social network where you can meet like-minded people and choose a topic of interest. Get a book club going. We're into September. We're almost at the autumnal time if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you come into spring. Maybe you go and you study botany or plant or how to grow vegetables. Be sure to make it enjoyable. Be sure to make it social. You don't necessarily need to be studying anything that's tedious or difficult or dark or strange. You just might find yourself being called to a mentor or a teacher. This is inspiring me to go start a local group about channeling. How I'm going to do it, I don't know, but I've been sort of urged all through the month of August to get that going, the fact that, if I can do these things, if I can learn in 3 years how to connect with guardian angels, my angels, spirit guides, and I can learn the difference between, well, what's an angel and what's a spirit guide. Other people might need to know this. The other part of learning is discovering things about yourself that I'm not necessarily thinking is never been there. It's possible. What I believe is uncovering it. I believe that, I came in here with certain gifts, so did you. I don't explain how at 8, 9, 10 years old, I was able to fiddle about with hair and make it look like something decent. I don't know how I was able to do it. I just did it. I do know that I put everything else aside, moved everything else out of the way. I didn't allow distractions. And a distraction is linked to a procrastination. A distraction is something where the ego, the part that tells you cannot, the part that tells you should not, the part that tells you aren't or you don't, or all of those things that you bought into, you paid attention to, you said, yeah, that's me. I can't, I won't, I don't need to. Those things, which they want your attention too. Remember, we talk about the balance. When you're looking through the window of doubt, you're not seeing the windows of do. I can do this. I will do this. I know how to do this. I'm going to go and do this. And I keep using this platform, this YouTube platform, is my, ism that a little over 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago to be exact, I didn't even know what Zoom was. Did not know what Zoom was. What is Zoom? What is that? And someone plunged me into a room and said, you can teach yoga on Zoom. Okay, I don't quite know how this works. And yes, there were times in my being that said, you can't do that. You cannot do it. You shouldn't be doing it. This is crazy. No, But I also take the clock back to the late 1980s when I learned what a personal computer was. Whoa, hang on, wait a minute here. They were called Tandies. You went to Radio Shack, no longer exists, and you bought these Tandy computers and you turned them on. Whoa, hang on, wait a minute here, hang on. And then Windows came along, and I am so aging myself. But I learned it. Before that, there was this thing called DOS, DOS, where you had to type in all sorts of code to get stuff to happen on a computer. Now listen, I loved all of that. You fast forward 2008, if you guys are, this phone came out from Apple. Oh my goodness, now this is changing. We had cell phones for a while. I'm just dating myself, and probably a few of you. But anyway, the point I'm making, I don't know that my soul has been in this body doing this stuff for not that many years, a few decades. I just don't want to stop this learning. What I do realize is when I'm bored and when I'm feeling kind of way and when I'm sort of, and it's usually I'm feeling sorry for myself. Life is not looking so great, and I'm looking through that window of don't and doubt. There's something in behind it that I'm not paying attention to. There's some kind of backside, usually my own, that I got to kick and move on to do something else. The other thing I learned about learning and study, and I love this increasing your knowledge, and I like the fact that this adds up to a number 6 and it's a number 15. Pay attention to the details. Pay attention to the plan. Does your plan that you want for your life require you to go back to school a little bit or to learn something else? And is part of what you're doing stopping you because you don't know it? You're not familiar with it. You're not sure about it. See, Archangel Michael is telling us all week long, you've reached the end of the line in what you've been doing. You've got to turn around and go and do something else. I'm telling you, you've got what you need. You've got everything you want. Look, he's standing there with his sword of light and his shield in front of the world saying, listen, go. And I pulled this ism card. I am all the strength I need to keep it going, to keep it moving, to keep it rolling down the road. Believe in your own magic. Believe in the fact that you got the magic to lovingly speak positive words into reality. So that says, I can do it. Oh, I can do it. I can so do it. I'm going to go do it. I'm doing it. I am so doing it. Sorry, I'm sounding a bit ratchet, but that's what I'm saying. I'll share something personal, then I'll let you go. I'm thinking how to frame this. I've shared it with some personal people, and some personal people know me. 10 years ago, around about this time, I was not in a very good space, mentally, emotionally, feeling not good about life. And I was researching ways to end it. What do I do? Do I take pills? Do what, how? Anyway, a few days after that, about 10 days, I go and have a major heart attack. That was the event that turned the page for me. Now, my heart muscle rebuilt itself in a 3 or 4 year period. It did. It came right back up to where it was prior to, even though part of it won't ever come back. The muscle died. What I'm saying is, we are far more capable than we think we are. And recently, in the last few days, I've let myself get into the down in the dumps place, into that deep feeling of, oh, goodness gracious, I don't quite, I don't know if I can do this. There's some patterning in my life that I have repeated. Not the greatest, but I've repeated it. There's always been light at the end of it. There's always been lifting, lightness, joy, love. There's always been epiphanies. There's always been this great push and this great rush of energy that comes right behind it. The piece that I now get, that I wasn't getting, is that it's darkest before the dawn, and you have to shine light into the shadows if you want something to change. When the pattern pops up, when the repeat pops up, when the stuff comes back around and you think, oh my God, here we go again, what am I doing? This is crazy, right? The lesson to learn is not so much that I'm here again, what have I done? No. The lesson I got that I want to share with all of you is it's there to tell you how far you've come. It's there to tell you this is the end of the road for you. You've been there, you've done that. Why are you getting back on that same bus? It doesn't go anywhere you want it to go. Get off, get on another bus. In other words, the repeats in our lives, whether they're relationships, whether they're prosperity, whether they are debauchery, depression, anxiety, whatever the repeat is, it's telling you that you've come so much further from the last time this happened, that there is a brighter way ahead. You just have to have the faith and the power and the magic in the miracles to get it, to go get it. This is why I feel like the emotional side of ourselves has this sinking to the basement feeling of, now what? And if you think about any kind of, I can't say a disaster, but any kind of thing that comes to an end, right? It's done. August was all about moving forward, accepting what you're accepting and moving on. Accept what you accept and move on. Accept what you accept and move on. Time is racing. It's going like this. It's speeding up. It's doing all these things. And that just reminds me. Later on, I'm going to do a video about what I'm no longer doing. Because there's a few things that I've discovered in the last 3 days that didn't sit right with Daddy Kevin. So I'm going to do a video and I'm going to change the color of the number of the video and say, this is what I'm no longer doing. And hopefully it makes a difference. Anyway, I digress. Whoosh, out of the way. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't know I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. It just went poof. That's just my mind racing. When I realized just how strong I am physically, mentally, emotionally, and my being has the ability to do anything I wanted to do, to manifest anything I could possibly manifest. What I want you to do if you're feeling that kind of way is look at everything you accomplished, what you did. Look at the times where you just went for it. You just grabbed it and said, here we go, I got it. Now, there is a period of time where we think, woo, what did I do? And normally, if you're of the Christian faith, you might say God or Jesus, right? What have I done? That's okay. I like to say, angels and spirit guides, thank you for bringing me here. Now, help me, hold me, lift me, and move me forward. I'm feeling a kind of way. I'm feeling, oh my goodness gracious me. When you're in those vulnerable states, that state where you're learning something new and you're not sure what it is you're learning, we always go back to the time that we were in grade school and the teacher marked our thing and gave us an F. Oh, that was me. What a mess. Anything that was creative, whoosh, I was going. Anything that was analytical or academic, whoop, not so much. I don't know. Maybe if they had a diagnosis for attention deficit, I'd be top of the class with all the gold stars and all of that. I would have graduated from all of that, I'm sure. I don't label myself like that. I don't know that people should because, I'm not going to get into that. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist. Okay, they're telling me, shut up, whoosh, down. They're also saying, wrap it up. I've gone on too long. Listen, you can do it. You're going to do it. You got to do it. Shine the light into the shadows and get into believing in your own magic. I love you so much. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. And thank you all for supporting me in my efforts. I'm going to get there some way, shape, or form. I'm going to get there. Until tomorrow. Bye.